Today, I will be discussing the chain rule and the higher order derivatives, which is lesson 8 in STEM 003. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define the chain rule of differentiation and higher order derivatives, apply the chain rule to find derivatives of algebraic functions, and solve for higher order derivatives of algebraic functions. For the first part of the lesson, we will have the derivative of the composite functions, also known as the chain rule. Let's recall first what a composite function is. So for instance, given tayo ng function f and g, composite function is the composition of two functions f and g. We denote it as f composed of g of x is equal to f of g of x. Okay? Where our f is our dependent function and our g of x is our independent function. For instance, meron tayong example na y is equal to the square of the sum of 5x cubed and 4. So, given tayo ng f of x na yan, and our g of x is kung ano yung nasa loob ng ating parenthesis or yung inside function, which is g of x. Ayan. 5x cubed plus 4. So, para hanapin yung derivative ng ating given function na may exponent na 2, ang pwede natin gawin is to expand that. Okay? So, pag in-expand natin yan, which is the square of the first term, yung 5x cubed, ang square niyan ay 5x cubed raised to 2, plus the twice the product of the first and the second term. So, 2 multiplied to 5x cubed times 4 and the square of the last term. So, pag sinimplify natin yan, it will be 25x raised to 6 plus 40x cubed plus 16. Mahanap naman natin yung derivative. Mahanap natin using sum rule. Okay? So, it will be, ayan, y prime is equal to 150x cubed. Yung derivative ni 25x raised to 6. Derivative naman ni 40x cubed, multiply si 3 and si 40, it will be 120. Tapos, bawasan ang exponent ng isa. So, it will be x squared plus 0. Hindi natin kailangan isulat si 0 kasi ang derivative ni 16 is 0. So, dahil dyan, ayan, yan na yung derivative ng ating given function. Pero, paano kung ang exponent ng ating function ay raised to 4, raised to 5, or raised to 10? Paano kapag higher than 2? Mahirapan na tayo mag-expand. Okay pa sana kung raised to 3. Okay lang yun, madali pa yun. Pero kapag higher than that, mahihirapan na tayo mag-expand. Mahirap hanapin ang derivative ng isang composite function kapag higher than 3 ang ating exponent. Kasi mahirap na siyang i-expand. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, kaya nagkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na chain rule, which is the easiest way in finding the derivative of a composite function. When we say chain rule, it is the given tayo ng f and g as function. So, f composed of g prime of x is equal to f prime of g of x multiplied to g prime of x, where f is our outside function and g as our inside function. Isa rin sa paraan para mas madaling maalala ang chain rule, we have the derivative of the composite function dy over dx is equal to the derivative of the outside function leaving the inside alone multiply to the derivative of the inside function. So, let's apply this idea to the following example. Let's apply this idea for us to find the derivative of the given composite function. For the first one, we have f of x is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 5 raised to 4. So, using the power rule, para mahanap natin yung derivative of the outside function leaving the inside alone, so it will be f prime of x. So, gamit tayo ng power rule, yung 4, ibababa natin, at ang ating 4 ay babawasan natin ng isa. Pero yung inside function ay mananatiling parehas. Ayan. Then, we will multiply to the derivative of the inside function. Ating inside function, x squared plus 4x minus 5 Ayan. Pag sinimplify natin yan, it will be equal to 4. Copy lang muna natin yung first. Tapos kunin natin yung derivative ng inside function. Ang derivative ni x squared is 2x. Ang derivative ni 4x is 4. At ang derivative ni negative 5 is 0. So, para naman masimplify natin ito, kailangan lang natin pag-multiply yung mga factors na hindi composite function. Sa case na to, ang composite function natin ay yung may cube. Okay? So, pagsamahin natin yung factors na hindi composite function. 4, 2x, then we will copy x squared plus 4x minus 5 raised to 3. Simplify natin using distributive property. I-distribute natin si 4. So, it will be 8x plus 16 multiplied to x squared plus 4x minus 5 raised to 3. Ito na ang ating final answer. No need to simplify further. So, gagamitin pa rin natin itong idea na ito sa paghanap ng derivative ng ating given function. For the second example, we have a y is equal to 4x squared plus 7 multiplied to 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 4. So, kung nakikita nyo, meron tayong unang factor, meron tayong pangalawang factor. Okay, pwede natin gamitin yung idea ng ating product rule. Okay, which is 1d2 plus 2d1. Copy the first derivative of the second plus copy the second derivative of the first. So, gamitin natin yung idea na yan sa paghanap ng ating derivative. So, y prime is equal to the first factor multiplied to the derivative of the second factor, which is 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 4 plus the second factor multiplied to the derivative of the first factor. Simplify natin yan by finding the derivatives. So, y prime is equal to 4x squared plus 7. Kopyahin lang natin. Then, hanapin natin yung derivative ng ating second factor. Si 4, ibababa natin. Gamitin natin yung idea ng chain rule as well as the power rule. So, sa chain rule, gagamit tayo ng power rule. Yung 4 na exponent, ibababa natin, gagawin natin yung numerical coefficient. At ang ating 4 ay babawasan natin ng isa. And we'll leave the inside alone. So, same pa rin. Nabawasan lang ng isang exponent. Then, we'll find the derivative of the inside function 2x cubed plus 1. Okay? Tapos, kopyahin lang natin yung next term, which is 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 4. Then, derivative ni 4x squared plus 7. Kung nakikita nyo, wala pa akong manipulate dun sa isang term. So, copy lang natin 4x squared plus 7 times 4, 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 3. Then, we'll get the derivative of 2x cubed plus 1. So, ang derivative ni 2x cubed is 6x squared. 2 times 3 is 6. Tapos, yung exponent na 3, bawasan ng isa, kaya naging 2. At ang derivative ng 1 ni 1 ay just 0. Then, we'll copy the second term. Ayan, 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 4. Then, hanapin na natin yung derivative ni 4x squared and 7. Si 4x squared ay may derivative na 8x at si 7 ay 0 naman. So, no need to rewrite that. Simplify natin yan. So, sabi ko nga kanina, ang pwede mo lang i-multiply dyan yung mga hindi composite na function. I-retain na lang natin siya as is. Kasi pag in-expand natin siya, mahabang proseso pa rin. Okay? So, si 4 muna, i-distribute natin. It will be 16x squared plus 28. Nakuha si 16x squared nung distribute natin si 4 at sa ating binomial. So, 4 multiplied to 4x squared is 16x squared. 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, next, we have 6x squared. I-arrange na natin siya, 6x squared, para mas ma-multiply natin siya mamaya. Then, we'll copy the composite function na natitira 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 3 plus 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 4 times 8x. Doon sa kabilang term, wala naman siyang kasama na hindi na composite function, kaya yung 8x ay mariretain at yung composite function na 2x cubed plus 1 raised to 4 ay mariretain din. So, simplify natin by multiplying or by distributing 6x squared to the binomial 16x squared plus 28. So, pag multiply natin yan, ang sagot is 96x raised to 4 plus 168x raised to 2. Then, we'll copy the composite function given plus the composite function na nasa kabilang term multiply to 8x. So, it will be the derivative of our second given composite function. Okay, gamitin pa rin natin itong idea na ito sa paghahanap ng derivative ng ating given function. For third example, we have a y is equal to the square of the quotient of x and minus 7 over x plus 2. So, hanapin natin yung derivative using the chain rule. Y prime, yung 2, lalagyan natin sa unahan or gagawin natin yung numerical coefficient gamit ang power rule. Okay? So, y prime is equal to 2. We'll leave the inside alone. So, x minus 7 over x plus 2 at ang ating exponent na 2 ay babawasan ng isa. So, kung di nyo man nakikita, meron pa rin yung exponent na 1. Kasi 2 minus 1 is 1. And we'll multiply the derivative of the inside function, x minus 7 over x plus 2. Okay, copy muna natin yung mga hindi na natin hahanapan ng derivative, which is 2 and x minus 7 over x plus 2. Ang hanapan na lang natin ng derivative is yung inside function. Kung nakikita nyo ating inside function na x minus 7 over x plus 2 ay isang fraction. Ang pwede natin gamiting rule dyan ay ang ating quotient rule. Ang quotient rule ay low di high minus high di low over low low. Okay? Gamitin natin itong idea na ito sa paghanap ng derivative ng ating inside function. Okay? Ang ating high is x minus 7 at ang ating low is x plus 2. Yung high yung numerator, yung low yung denominator. Low, copy the low, x plus 2, the high, derivative of x minus 7 minus high, which is x minus 7, the low derivative ng ating x plus 2. Over low, low, which is the square of our x plus 2. Ulitin ko, kopyahin muna natin yung mga factors na hindi nahanapan ng derivatives. So, si 2 at si x minus 7 over x plus 2. Multiply 2, x plus 2, copy muna natin. And hanapin natin yung derivative ni x minus 7. Ang derivative ni x is 1. Ang derivative ni 7 ay 0 lang. Then, minus x minus 7, derivative ni x plus 2. Ang derivative ni x is 1. Ang derivative ni 2 ay 0. All over the square of x plus 2. So, hinanap lang natin yung derivative ng mga nasa inside function. Okay, next, simplify natin yan by distributing 1 tsaka yung negative 1. So, it will be, copy muna natin 2 multiply to x minus 7 over x plus 2. Then, distribute natin si 1. It will be x plus 2 na lang nung dinistribute si 1. And distribute natin si negative 1. It will be negative times x is negative x. Negative times negative 7 is positive 7. All over the square of x plus 2. Simplify natin yung nasa parenthesis. It will be, copy muna natin, subtracting the similar terms. Ayan yung x and negative x. Wala na yan. It will be 0. And 2 plus 7 will give us 9 all over the square of x plus 2. Next, we'll multiply 2 and 9. It will give us 18. Then, the numerator x minus 7 all over the cube of x plus 2. Kung nakikita nyo, bakit siya naging cube? Kasi dun sa ating x minus 7 all over x plus 2, meron tayong isang x plus 2 at meron naman tayong dalawang x plus 2 dito sa 9 over x plus 2 squared. Kaya naging cube. Distribute natin si 18. Ayan. 18 times x will give us 18x. And 18 times negative 7 will give us negative 126, which is the derivative of the given function. For the second part of the lesson, we have higher order derivatives. Higher order derivative. Higher order derivative is any derivative beyond the first derivative. It could be the second derivative, third derivative, fourth derivative, fifth derivative, and so on. For us to find the nth derivative, it is equal to the derivative of n minus 1th derivative. Okay? For instance, we need to find the fourth derivative of the given function. For us to find the fourth derivative, we need to differentiate the third derivative. Okay? For us to find the third derivative, we need to differentiate the second derivative. Okay? Let's apply this idea to the following example. So find the third derivatives of the following examples. For the first example, we have f of x is equal to 6x raised to 5 plus 3x raised to 4 minus 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 8x plus 93. So we wish to find the third derivative of this function. Pero bago natin mahanap yung third derivative, we need to find first the first and the second derivative, yung mga naunang derivative. So for the first derivative, f of x or f of prime of x is equal to the derivative of the first term, 3 multiplied to 5x raised to 4 plus derivative of the second plus 3 multiplied to 4x raised to 3 minus derivative of the third, 2 multiplied to 3x raised to 2, and derivative of the fourth, 5 multiplied to 2x, and derivative of the fifth, minus 8. Okay? And ang derivative ng ating constant, 93, is 0. So, hindi na natin siya kailangan isulat. So, gumamit tayo dito ng sum and difference rule. Okay? Simplifying this, we'll have 30x raised to 4, 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 times 4 is 12, x raised to 3, minus 2 times 3 is 6, x raised to 2, and 5 times 2 is 10, so plus 10x, then minus 8. So it will be the first derivative of the given function. Next, we need to find the second derivative bago tayo makapunta sa third derivative. So, for the second derivative, ang basa natin dyan is f double prime of x. Okay? For the second derivative, so gamit itong ating nakuhang first derivative, using the sum and difference rule, hanapin natin yung derivative. So, ang derivative ni 30x raised to 4 is 30 multiplied to 4x cubed. Derivative na second is plus 12 multiplied to 3 x raised to 2 minus 6 multiplied to 2x plus 10. Okay? So, ang derivative ng ating constant ay 0. So, no need to rewrite that. Simplifying this, we'll get 30 times 4 is 120 x raised to 3. 12 times 3 will have 36x squared minus 12x plus 10. So it will be the second derivative. For us to find the derivative or the third derivative, we need to find the derivative of the second derivative. Okay? So, kung hanapin natin si third, ayan, f triple prime of x. So, ang derivative niyan is kunin natin yung derivative ng ating second derivative. Is equal to 120 multiplied to 3 x raised to 2 plus 36 2x, okay, multiply to 2x minus 12. So, ang derivative ng ating 10 is 0. So, no need to rewrite that. And simplifying this, we'll have 360x squared plus 72x minus 12. So, it will be the third derivative. Next, for the second example, we have a y is equal to x squared plus 7 multiplied to x minus 3. So, kung nakikita nyo, meron tayong dalawang factors. Pwede natin siya ipag-multiply, tapos gumamit tayo ng sum and difference rule. Pero, pwede rin tayong gumamit ng product rule. So, kung nakikita nyo, meron tayong first factor and second factor. So, sa product rule, we have 1 d2, ayan, 1d2 plus 2d1. Ayan. Gamitin natin ito. So, for the first derivative, hanapin muna natin si first and the second derivative bago natin mahanap si third derivative. For the first derivative, we have y prime is equal to 1. Ang ating first factor is x squared plus 7. D2 is derivative of the second, and x minus 3, plus 2, which is x minus 3, and derivative of the first. Ayan, derivative of x squared plus 7. Simplify natin, is equal to, copy natin si 1, x squared plus 7, derivative neto, ng ating second. So, ang derivative ni x is just 1, and ang derivative ni 3 is 0, kasi constant naman siya. Then, we have plus x minus 3, copy natin, and derivative neto. Ang derivative ni x squared is 2x. At the derivative ni 7 is 0. So, no need to rewrite. Simplify natin using distributive property. Distribute natin si 1. So, it will be x squared plus 7 pa rin. So, distribute natin si 2x. So, it will be 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. Simplify natin by adding similar terms. It will be x squared plus 2x squared is 3x squared. And arrange na lang natin dahil wala ng similar terms, minus 6x plus 7. So, dahil nahanap na natin si first derivative, pwede ba na natin hanapin si third derivative? Hindi pa, unless mahanap natin si second derivative. So, ang ating second derivative is y double prime is equal to, so hanapin na natin yung derivative ng ating first derivative. Okay, ang derivative ni 3x squared is 3 times 2x. Ang derivative ni negative 6x is just negative 6. At ang derivative ni 7 is 0. So, hindi na natin siya kailangan isulat. Simplify natin, it will be 6x minus 6. Okay, yan na ba yung final answer? Yan na para sa second derivative. Pero ang hinahanap kasi natin is third derivative. So, y triple prime is equal to, ang derivative ni 6x is 6. Ang derivative ni 6 is just 0. So, hindi natin siya kailangan hanapin. So, it will be the third derivative of the given function. So, for our last example, we have a y is equal to 2x plus 5 raised to 4. Dahil given tayo ng isang composite function, pwede natin gamitin ang chain rule. So, hanapin natin yung third derivative. Hanapin muna natin yung first derivative. So, y prime. So, using the chain rule, we'll find the derivative of the outside function, then multiply it to the derivative of the inside function. So, ang ating outside function, using yung power rule, yung 4, ibababa natin. So, it will be 4 multiply to, yung ating 4 na exponent ay babawasan na isa. So, it will be 2x plus 5 raised to 3. So, we'll leave the inside alone. Okay? And, multiply natin sa inside function. 2x plus 5. Simplify natin yan by finding the derivative of 2x plus 5. Copy muna natin si 4 and si 2x plus 5 raised to 3. Ang derivative ni 2x ay 2 at ang derivative ni 5 ay 0. So, simplify natin yan by multiplying 4 and 2. It will be 8 2x plus 5 raised to 3. So, no need to simplify further. Kasi, expand natin yan, mahaba pang proseso. So, using this first derivative, ay mahanap na natin yung second derivative. So, y double prime. So, dahil meron pa rin tayong composite function, pwede natin i-expand, tapos hanapin using sum and difference. Pero, pwede rin tayong gumamit ng chain rule. So, ngayon, gamit tayo chain rule. So, hiwalay muna natin si constant na 8. Then, using the constant multiple rule, hiwalay natin si 8. Then, we'll multiply 3 and 8. So, si 3, bababa muna natin. So, 3 multiply to the 2x plus 5 raised to 2. Yung exponent na 3 ay nabawasan ng isa, kaya 2 na lang. Okay? Then, we'll multiply the inside function 2x plus 5. Simplify natin by finding the derivative of 2x plus 5. So, copy muna natin si 2x plus 5 raised to 2 at i-multiply natin si 8 and 3. So, 8 times 3 will give us 24. Then, we'll copy 2x plus 5 raised to 2. Hanapin natin yung derivative ng 2x plus 5. 2x is 2 and the derivative of 5 is 0. Simplify natin yan by multiplying yung mga factors na hindi composite, which is 24 and 2. So, it will be 48 2x plus 5 raised to 2. Yan ang ating second derivative. For our third derivative, so y triple prime, so dahil meron pa rin tayong composite function, pwede natin na-expand ulit. Pero pwede natin gamitin yung chain rule ulit. So, gamit tayo chain rule using the constant multiple rule naman. Hiwalay natin si 48. Then si 2 na exponent ay ilagay natin sa unahan. So, it will be 2. Then, we'll have or we multiply 2x plus 5. Yung ating exponent na 2 ay babawas ng isa. Kaya ating exponent dyan ay magiging 1. Okay? Then, we'll multiply the derivative of the inside function 2x plus 5. Okay? Simplify natin by finding the derivative of 2x plus 5. Multiply muna natin si 48 at i-multiply natin si 2 and 2x plus 5 by distributive property. Kaya naging 4x plus 10. Then, derivative of 2x plus 5, 2x is just 2 and 5 is 0. Simplify natin by multiplying 48 and 4x plus 5. 4x plus 10, distribute natin. So, it will be 192x plus 480. Then, we'll copy 2. Dahil may 2 pa tayo, i-distribute ulit natin. So, it will be 384x plus 960. So, it will be the derivative of the given function. The third derivative of the given. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can message your basic calculus teachers on their respective Facebook account. God bless and good luck.
Happy learning at home with lessons made easy by Olivarian GoTeach. One proud Olivarian.